I hope you're having a great day and I hope you have a great weekend coming ahead. Today, I've been wanting to talk about this for the longest time. You know, your inner world and your outer world, okay, and how it impacts every part of your day, every emotion that you have, whether you're sick, whether you're successful, whether you're having problems in your relationship, your careers, whatever it is. Today, we want to understand what turning inwards means. A lot of us on spiritual paths, we meditate, we give back to charity, we do seva, we do all of those things. And yet a lot of these people are still unfulfilled inside. They're still unhappy. There's something which is empty and hollow within them. No matter how much they have, how much they do, the spiritual paths they follow, their religion, but there's this constant uneasiness, this constant chaos and turmoil within. What do we do about that? There's a beautiful term called turning inwards, and we're going to learn about that. Before that, we need to learn an important word, attention. What does attention mean? So for example, if you have a favorite song, whenever you hear that song, you know it's your favorite because you've given it attention. Or you have a smell of your favorite food. Okay, you've given it attention, so you know that's the smell of my favorite food. Or you hear a baby laugh and you look around to see whose kid's laughing. You've given it attention. Attention is a kind of an energy, and where we focus our attention is extremely, extremely important. So for example, let's have a look at this. Okay, if I focus my attention now on a foul smell that occurs around where I am right now, okay, that smell starts annoying me, I think more about it, I get angry or irritated or whatever it is. At the same time, I put my attention on the scent of a flower or a nice fragrance, everything changes. What changes is my inner world, how I respond to that. You see, what happens is you can be right now in a beautiful surrounding, maybe in the mountains, on a beach, surrounded by nature. Your outer world is beautiful and peaceful, but inside you could be feeling sad, you could be feeling angry, you could be in turmoil. So you see, your outer world is different, but your inner world is something completely different. So a lot of us think the more holidays we take, we'll be more happy. But it doesn't always have to be that way. Why? Because your outer world and your inner world are not interdependent on each other. Okay, like I said, now let's take an example. You can be in a crowded place, in a crowded city with a lot of congestion. But inside, in your world, you're at peace, you're calm, you're naturally happy. Your outer world doesn't make a difference on your inner world. Okay, so what we're trying to understand is our attention. Where do we focus it? So right now, I'm in a beautiful surrounding and I focus my attention on nature, the colors of the flowers, the colors of the sky. What's going to happen? I focus my attention on something great. Okay, so I have a good thought about it. Oh, what beautiful flowers, what beautiful wind, what a beautiful sky. Now I have a pleasant thought. That thought is going to become my feeling. I'm going to feel happy in nature. That feeling is now going to determine my behavior. Am I going to spend more time in nature, put off my phone and soak in all of the sun and the sky? And that results in my experience, that I'm happy right now. I'm having a great experience at this moment in my life. The same thing. I focus on, let's say I turn on the news and I see some really bad stuff. Okay, now that becomes my thought. Now I give that thought more attention. Now I start feeling depressed or sad or anxious or whatever it is that thoughts made me feel negatively. Now I have that feeling's going to become my behavior. I'm going to start behaving anxiously, I'm going to start behaving erratically or whatever it is, and then I have my result or my experience of that moment. I don't feel good, I feel stressed out. All with one energy called attention. Where we put that attention. You have an outer world and you have an inner world. Now in our outer world today, it's filled with stimulation. Okay, we have stimulation everywhere in the outer world. Okay, I can drink some alcohol, I can smoke a joint, I can go shopping, I can do all of these things. These are fillers in our outside world. But is it changing our inner world? In most cases not. We would have found that the outside fillers in our world don't change our inner world. Okay, at the same time, okay, I don't need all of these material fillers, but I'm just genuinely happy. I have a good relationship happening for me, I'm healthy, the small things in life, the simple pleasures and joy, your family's healthy. So no matter that you may not have those outside things, but your inner world, without the outer world being perfect, you're still happy, you're still healthy, and you're still joyful. And that is why we always try to tell people that to feel fulfilled, to feel content, it is not dependent only on your outer world. Both are equally important, but a lot of us chase only the outer world. how we look on the outside, what people think of us, our cars, our shoes, our clothes, and all of that stuff. And good, if you have all of those things and your inner world is content and fulfilled, that equation has worked beautifully for you. But if not, then you need to start turning inwards and now put the focus on your inner world. Because if you invest more in your inner world, your outer world will automatically change. Because if we realize that the outside world is mainly stimulation and it's stimulating us because our inner world is corrupt, or it's in turmoil, or it's in chaos, then the outer world starts losing its shine, because we realize we have the potential and power within us to decide without dependency on the outside world how to be happy, how to be healthy, how to feel appreciated, how to feel loved with the little that we have in our life. So coming down to the next point, why don't we turn inwards? Because most of us are not comfortable looking inside our inner world. And we're not comfortable learning what exists in our inner world. Maybe there's jealousy, maybe there's lust, maybe there's anger, maybe there's insecurity, maybe there's low self-esteem, there's low self-confidence. This is all in our inner world. But unless we look within and we don't know what's happening, we can't correct it. We can't get better at what we're doing. But so we keep filling our outer world with everything else, but we never end up feeling content and happy. We go through our lives with misery all the time. The second point about turning inwards, it's not just about happiness and meditation and peace, okay? A lot of us in life sometimes go through these emotions that, how could it happen to me? How could this person do this? How could this love fail? I did everything. I'm the best housewife. I'm the best, earning member in the family. I'm the best parent, but yet life has gone wrong. This friend backstabbed me. This person said something about me, okay? Agreed. I'm not here to take away the right and the wrong. I'm here to say that we should still look inwards. We should still look inwards sometimes. Maybe it's the other person's fault. But what have you done? What have you done that could have contributed to the consequence? You see, there's a cause and there's an effect. There are certain things which you may not have caused at all. Few things here and there. But in most cases in life, when we turn inwards, let's talk about a bad relationship happening right now. Turn inwards. You are bound, if you look without biasness and you look with a fair mind, you are bound to find something that you're lacking in, or something that you did. Maybe not in this relationship, but in another relationship, and it's now coming back to you. So the importance of turning inwards when things are not going well in our life. Maybe your business isn't working right now, but the nature of the human mind is to immediately blame, complain, find fault, transfer accountability and responsibility onto a cause, onto the pandemic, onto a person, or whatever it is. You can do all of that stuff. It's the natural mechanism. But at some point, you need to turn inwards and find out. Maybe you were not prepared. Maybe you never took advice and diversified your business. Maybe you never built the right team. Maybe you didn't invest in the right people. There are so many things which isn't your fault. You don't have to feel bad about it. But you learn that there is something you can do to change your path of suffering and misery. I think the people who stay the most miserable in life are the ones who think they are never wrong. It is always someone else's fault. It's the fault of the world, of the husband, of the wife, of the kid. And we go through this life of constant blame and complaint. Like I said, in few cases, it may be that way. But in the majority of the cases, you have not turned inwards to see what action of yours, or behavior, or word, or past, or something that you've done, okay, has caused this. Has caused you to be in this circumstance, has caused the other person to behave in a particular way, has caused your business to fail. That is why turning inwards. Then what we do is we jump to self-help books, videos, we throw ourselves into fad spirituality, we take to drugs and alcohol thinking it's going to solve our problem, but we missed on turning inwards and realizing that, hey, I've caused this issue. I've played a small role in this relationship not working out. I've played a small role in me not getting promoted. Maybe I thought, I was fueled by everyone, you're the best by your best. So your subconscious mind believed that you need to get promoted. But it didn't work that way. Life didn't work out. Maybe you didn't have the right skill or the right maturity for that role. Sometimes you got to look inward so that you stop living your life in misery and as a victim and always constantly feeling stuck. Like they say, it takes two hands to clap in most cases. Cause and effect. If something is not going well for you in your life right now, turn inwards. It's not about blame. Blame is a wasted energy. So is complaining and whining and bringing down people. It's a wasted energy. Turn inwards. What do you learn from what is happening in your life? Okay, if you really want to fix something, you will turn inwards and see what you need to change for something else to work. But everyone is just blaming everyone, tearing people up with their past, with, what's happened and stuff. But you never really evolve as a human being. Like I said, if you end up feeling miserable and sad because you can't change, nothing's going to happen. So we turn inwards. When we turn inwards, what happens? Remember one thing, and this is the truth, the bitter, ugly truth. The outside world is designed to make you confused. It is designed to make you unhealthy. It is designed to make you unhappy, and it is designed to make you addicted. Let me back this up, okay? You have products which are selling that are going to make you sick and ill. You know that. And then you have products that are selling that are promising to make you healthy. Okay, the outside world is designed for addiction, for wealth gain, for all of these things. You can't change that, but you can change your outlook towards it. Okay, you're unhappy today. The outside world is designed to make us more depressed. You're unhappy. You look into the outside world. Yeah, there's something to make you happy. Have a drink. Take a pill. Okay, go shopping. Okay, smoke a joint. Smoke a shisha. The outside world is giving you this little drug, okay, to numb your pain. And that is why it is so addictive. Every time something is wrong in our inner world, if we look at the outer world for a solution, okay, it's definitely good. It can help us get through a rough patch, feel good about ourselves, unwind. But if you're looking at your outer world to solving all of your problems, that is where you end up with that hollowness in your heart, that emptiness, that misery, that, unfulfillment. Okay, there are people who have fame, but they're unhappy in their heart. They're unfulfilled. And the world is like, they have fame, they have love, they have fans, they have all of that stuff, but yet they're so depressed. You have billionaires who still feel they're not rich enough. You have people who are wealthy, but they still feel unfulfilled. Why? Their outer world is complete, but their inner world is empty. And that is why we have to work every single day on turning inwards. It's not difficult. You don't have to spend money to build your inner world. All you need to do is turn inwards. Every time you go through a problem or something's not going well in your life, stop looking at the outer world. Go inwards. Okay, why are you in this situation? Face the emotion. Go through the emotion. Have you got the same pattern of behavior in all your previous relationships that have also failed? Have you got the same pattern of behavior in all of your lifestyle right through when you put on weight, you had acne, you got sick, all of that stuff? What is this pattern that you need to change? Only you know when you turn inwards. Otherwise, the outside world is going to have a nutrition plan for you, an allopathic drug for you, a new cream, a new cosmetic, a new book, a handbag, a Rolex watch, all of that stuff. It's never going to solve the problem. Unless you turn inwards and come and say, hey, Luke, I think I keep getting sick because, I start off with a good plan and then I don't have consistency. That's great. You turn inwards. You know the problem is with consistency. So now you know you can work with discipline and consistency. It's not the diet that's going to help you. It's not the exercise or the pill. It's going to be consistency. Luke working with consistency to change the pattern that constantly makes him sick or constantly screws up his relationships or constantly messes up his career because you've turned inwards. No professional on this planet can look in you and tell you what's wrong. They can look at your outside world and your behavior and tell you from the book, oh, you don't have leadership skills. Oh, you don't have this skill. But when you turn inwards, you have a power and potential within you. And if you listen to that, you are capable of changing your own world, inner and outer, by making the right choice. So like I said, when you look at your inner world, believe me, there is a whole new world. It's scary, it's dark, it's happy, it's exotic. When you look into your world, all of a sudden you realize that my outer world is crap, it's fake. I don't need all of this stuff. Today with COVID, everyone who used to over-socialize, they're looking and they say, hey, Luke, you know what we realized? We like to socialize, but we were overdoing it. We're happy being home with family, reading a book, stepping out in nature, watching a movie together as a family. Self-realization. Why? The COVID has forced people to look inwards. And of course, there's the population of people still in lockdown, blaming and complaining and consuming the news, and you're getting fatter and sicker and not making a change, saying that when COVID is over, I'll start getting healthy. These kind of people will never get there because they're not looking inwards and they're not changing. They're always waiting for some condition in their outer world to change before they make a change in their inner world. So it starts with your inner world. Start turning inwards. There's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful world inside. And yes, you will see your flaws. And there's nothing wrong with it. Everyone has it. And many of these flaws you will not like. You will realize, hey, I have an ego. It's nasty. I have a pride. I have a temper. It's really bad. I have this anger, which is bad. Oh, I didn't know I had jealousy. Because our outer world is only trying to make us and train us to show our best part. Show only the good and the good and the good. That's why when you spend so much of time on social media, a lot of people come and say, hey, Luke, I feel like a fake. I feel like a fraud. Because you're only projecting your outside world. You're not projecting your inner world, which is your truth, which is your authentic you, which is the way you should be. You should live your life without interference of the outer world. Another point is if you focus too much on the outer world, guess what? Guess what? A lot of people don't want to look inside. After a while, all the frills in the outer world, they start losing its stimulation. You know, it's like a classic example. Today, 3 drinks make you happy. After a few weeks, 3 drinks won't make you happy. You'll need 4 or 5 or 6. So you see the outside thrills, okay, they lose their stimulation. They lose their stimulation, and then you need more and more and more. That's exactly where addiction comes from, when it loses its shine. So all the socializing, everything, I'm not against these things. Have a beautiful outside world, but don't neglect turning inwards. So turn inwards, look at your world, look at what you need to change in your health, your career. Stop blaming everyone. There is a cause and effect. There is a reason why you are sick today. There is a reason why you cannot lose weight. There is a reason why you're not growing in your company. There's a reason why your business isn't doing well. There is always a reason. Like I said, maybe 2 or 3%, we never know a reason. Someone gets a cancer, newborn baby, delivered today, 24 hours later, tumor in the brain. I'm sure there'll be a reason that science finds at some point, but right now we don't have a reason for that. I don't know a reason why a child will, overnight be abused by the father or raped by an uncle. I don't have answers to this. This is that 2 to 3 to 5%. What about the other 95%? That control and power is within you right now if you turn inwards. So turning inwards doesn't require you to chant and light candles and go to temples and churches. You can do that, but don't think that's going to change your inner world. Your inner world requires you to spend that time every day looking within. Something's not going well in your life. Instead of going outside and blaming and calling 10 friends and crying and looking for solutions from the outer world, inside, what did I mess up, or what didn't I do good enough? Oh, maybe I missed this. Maybe if I do this and I change me, everything in my outer world will change. That is called self-discovery, turning inwards. And if you can master this skill, you will reach a point in life where you're peaceful and you're fulfilled. Because your inner world, you've invested in it. You've cultivated growth in your inner world. If your inner world isn't good, every time something on the outer world changes, you change. Your feelings, because your outer world controls your thoughts give you your feelings give you your behavior, and your behavior gives you your result and experience of life and that moment. So you want to practice turning inwards. What's the best way? Meditating. When you have a problem in your life, okay, stop looking outwards, look inwards, break down that problem, feel the emotion, go into that emotion. Don't try to numb it with an antidepressant. If you need to, take it. But I'm saying most people who in depression get onto a pill. Okay, I know, I feel sorry, my heart goes out, but you get on that pill and you're trying to get sympathy from the entire world that y'all don't understand me, y'all don't understand me. Yes, maybe we don't understand you, but what are you doing to change your inner world? Why are you just dependent on a pill? Are you just dependent on your psychiatric drug? Well, that's designed to keep you numb. What are you doing? What responsibility and accountability are you taking for your life to change your inner world? So finally, at the end, you would have gathered, it comes down to you. Your outer world, your life, your health, everything is your responsibility. So the sooner you realize this and the sooner you start teaching your kids that everything in life is your responsibility, irrespective if it happened, if it was meant to, it was right or wrong, irrespective of that, you need to turn inwards and you need to cultivate and grow your inner world. Have a great weekend, everyone. Until next time, eat smart, move more, sleep right, and breathe deep.